gifts for dad and big home improvements.
That reminds me, if you that one song that was it Kavinsky Night Call from the Drive soundtrack. Man, is that a good tune?
It's a fucking banger.
That started rolling back in on my. Oh, and we're live.
Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah, I did finally do that.
So you probably heard Skype password.
You probably heard this one then, right? Oh, god damn it.
Tap to get your Twitch security code.
Alright, well fuck. We'll dick with it later.
You have backups disabled. We highly encourage you to enable backups for your account. Yeah, sure, enable. Why not? Oh god, I don't care. Whatever.
What?
Number. I don't have number lock on. Try that again. Number. Verify token. Hooray, two-factor authentication. Hey there, the Meek83. Welcome to...
Oh shit,
Chat.
Hold on.
Let me pop out all this business. Pop out. Alright.
So I had a date the other day.
Yeah.
Or actually, last night. And we went out and got custard. And she totally got food poisoning.
Of course you did. And you didn't, right?
No. Not at all.
So good. So
not good. At all. Yeah, it was...
For anyone watching the video, I know that Knobs' audio and video are desynced. I'm not going to mess around with it because E3 is going to start streaming in 15 minutes. So I'm not going to tempt fate here.
So there's a disconnect between Skype and my voice and lips moving?
Yeah. Really? Yeah. But it's okay. It'll be fine. People can deal.
But why?
Skype.
Oh, yours is off too, by the way.
Yeah, it must be Skype being down then. Shockingly, Skype is having problems. Hey, Donbag 315. Moon did not get deported.
Oh.
Yet.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Oh, I need to open up TweetDeck.
Do I still have... Oh, there it is. You know, I really like that show.
Which one?
Wait, don't tell me.
Oh, is that quiz show on...
On NPR, yeah.
God, I hate that show.
Why?
I just... It grates... Its brand of humor grates on me. I don't find it funny.
I get what part is grating to you, but I like the questions, and a lot of the quizzy part of it is really clever.
Instead, I like their other quiz show. Shit, what was that called?
Prairie Home Companion?
No.
Those weren't entirely awful either, and I'm not one of those people.
No, it's fine. It's
people,
Ask Me Another. That's
yes, that one's really good too.
Yeah, I like Ask Me Another a lot. I like Ask Me Another, and I like what's the show that's usually on the weekends about the English language?
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
I like that one a lot. I feel like that's like the nerdiest. That's saying something. That's like the nerdiest NPR show I think I listen to.
Well, I think a lot of it is what am I looking for? I don't know.
It's gone.
It's gone. I think a lot of it has to do with in like your level of, I'm not gonna say level of intelligence, but your at least level of curiosity.
Yeah, that's mostly what it is for me. Where someone asks a question, they're like, what's the origin of the word bird call? And I was like, dude, I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah,
half an
I
hour
love it
later.
when it's something really stupid and simple.
Or stuff where it's like, when should I use semicolon? It's like, I don't know. That's a great question.
I should know that in my life at this point,
Yeah.
and I really don't. I like a hard colon. I use that a lot.
I'm like one of those bitch semicolons. I like like a fucking hard colon, bro.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Oh
Oh.
god. See, we don't need Moon Pier. Oh, I'm glad that the records I brought up show up on stream.
The records.
Yeah, brought all my vinyls up.
Where?
Oh, what does it look like on?
Oh,
video?
I have the other camera angle.
Yeah, it's behind me somewhere.
See it. So I was poking around in our video archive, and I saw it was episode 101 where I'm in that really bright orange shirt.
Yeah. Let's check this out.
And wow, man, I look really young in that.
Yeah, I ran across something, some screen cap from something, and I was like, oh my god, we're babies, dude. Oh yeah,
Sure.
here when we were doing pre-shows. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an infant, and you're a child.
I forgot how much fun that was. Like when all of a sudden when Ryan chimed in, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Ryan was there. Ryan, let me tell a story about Ryan for the people watching at home. We would shoot the pre-show on a... God, what was that little camera I had? I don't even remember what that was.
It was a little Sony camera. It was like one of the little fold-out...
No,
looked
it
like
was its own brand. It wasn't a Sony. It was like, that was the hit camera at that point. I don't even remember what it was called, but I would record those, and then I would take it, like, the end of it would come off, and it would be a USB connection. You plug it in my computer, and I would either give the camera to Ryan or give him the video file on a USB drive. He would take that home and then edit it and put it up on YouTube. I don't know why I wasn't doing it. I don't remember.
So I think it was this whole thing was his idea.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and he was like, well, I want to edit the
Right,
videos
yeah, you
because
fucking own it.
I already
Like-
did that. So Ryan was using Adobe Premiere, and this was, when was this? 2009. So it was an old ass version of this. Ryan, every time he would go home, would open up a Premiere, drag the video from the camera into the software, eject the camera, and then wonder why he couldn't find the file anymore. Every single week. I love Ryan to death, but like I couldn't keep explaining to him, like, dude, you have to copy it to your computer, and then after that, put that in Premiere. He's just like, yeah, bro, I don't get it. It's just saying video's not available. It's just like, oh my god.
That's where my one of my guys would do. They would cut and paste a lot of stuff from their phone, or not from their phones, but from the cameras. When we used to all have digital cameras.
Yeah.
He would plug the camera in, and it would refuse to take the card out and use just a general USB or not USB or card reader to do it because that makes so much more sense. So he had to get the special proprietary cable, plug it in.
Oh god.
And he would copy and paste it to a file. Sometimes he would forget to paste it. And as soon as he unplugs that, they're gone.
Where'd all my files go?
Where'd they go?
It's like, bro,
You forgot to paste them. They're
Disconnected.
gone. Here's the address. Go take some fucking more.
Amazing. Also, I watching this, I just pasted the YouTube link in chat. I didn't remember how close we were sitting to each other in my apartment.
Yeah.
I wish we could have done live streams back then.
Oh man, that'd have been. It was fun. Like, all right. So what prompted me was like I saw us. I was like, oh yeah, I do remember playing Bayonetta. And then when I failed on the first tutorial mission, I was like, oh, so that's a thing.
Man, look at all this old video we have up here.
I completely forgot it was there.
Making of episode 15, where I'm a baby and Brad has emo hair. Ryan. Oh man, this is crazy. I wonder where that Ireland jacket I had went.
You know, I don't think I look that much younger there. Just I am just full. Like there's a lot more of me in that picture.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Here, TVGP 100 pre-show where we're playing Ultimate Alliance 2. Man, there is some really old stuff on here. Where? Can I sort date added oldest? Here we go. What's our first video? Yeah, the making of. Yeah, I liked doing those pre-show videos. Those were pretty fun.
Those were a lot of fun because we were just kind of goofing around.
Well, we were always playing something before the show.
Yeah, we should put this online.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Like how this show started.
Was it date added oldest, right?
Yeah.
Bonus content.
What is this? Oh, wow. Here we go. Episode 15 of Pup RPG Love. I'm in my old house and Musim is a baby.
Remember how excited you guys were playing Brutal Legend?
Yeah.
Us playing split screen Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Episode 266 Wall Chicken. It's you and I doing a live stream.
Wall Chicken. Oh, that was the Wall Meat episode, wasn't it?
Yep.
I remember we were playing Magic Sword.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, Jesus.
This stuff looks so rough.
We were recording a TV from...
no, this is the live stream, actually.
What was this game, this racing game we played?
The Sonic All-Stars Racing?
Little Racers.
Oh, Little Racers, yeah. This is so funny, this live stream... I don't even know if I was live
How meta
streaming.
is this? We're watching an old video of us playing a video game.
Well, some of this stuff is live stream of... Like, our very first live streams, and it's so funny, because, like, compared to what we have today, which still isn't that great, it's like my face, not even straight on, and then I'm capturing a window of you, but it's just the Skype window, so it still has like the title bar and everything. Good times. Hannah joined us, it looks like, episode 272.
Oh yeah, and me dancing in the living room.
Yep. Oh, man. That was good stuff.
Dude, I am awful at this game.
We were all pretty terrible. I think that's why people really loved it.
Now I'm going the wrong direction. This is fun.
Okay. So we're not really going to talk about E3 this week, since Moon isn't here. And the only thing that happened yesterday was EA's hot disaster of a press conference.
I saw the 8-minute version of that.
Okay, I put the full version in the show notes for next week, but I don't watch it. It's so painful.
They literally didn't say much anything.
No, for 90 minutes. It wasn't really much. So Microsoft is starting here in 2 minutes. So we won't be talking about that, but I'll probably... The only stuff I'll break in for, I'm watching the live blog of it right now. The only stuff I'll break in for is Scorpio price and if there's a Crackdown 3 release date. The rest we can talk about next week. feels so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a good stretch. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Ooh. Dude, I ate like a fucking jackass yesterday.
Was that on your date?
No,
Oh.
this was after that.
Mm.
All right, so anyway, so I had a golf outing where I hurt myself. We got, steak dinner, steak lunch at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So we go out for an ice cream or a custard. So I got custard. I was real happy about that. And humid day, custard does not do well. That is like a fucking melting fountain that goes over your hand.
It's a race against time.
You're like, it's like, oh.
Showing
like
off your skills, Knobs.
Yeah, it's like, this could be you.
This is how fast I am.
This is how me munching.
Less biting, though, to be clear.
Yeah, that's just, sensual nibbles.
Yeah.
No, what was it? So that we got back here. So I invited her over, and so then all of a sudden she gets sick, and I was like, is it a little too presumptuous of me to get her over here this fast, or what? Is this like a thing? And then I hear her retching in the bathroom. I'm like, well, I know she didn't plan this one, so
Right.
okay.
If she did, then this is like the most plausible escape plan.
Yeah, so, okay. We watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Whatever. I love that movie. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Yeah, so as we get that awkward conversation, like, she's like, yeah, like, I was thinking about saying something. It's like, no, I'm not going to sleep with you tonight. And I'm like, and this is what my response is, like, you know what? I probably would like to know your last name before that happens.
That's a good call, yeah.
And then she's like, oh, yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, whatever.
Have a good night.
So anyway, at this point, I'm fucking starving. And I dive right into a box of Cheez-Its.
Awesome.
And a jar of pickles.
The best pregnancy toolkit.
What is wrong with me?
Hey, man, if you have a craving, you gotta feed it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a craving. Like, I am perfectly okay just eating that combination.
Oh, if your body needs whatever your body needs, gotta feed it, especially pickles.
I love pickles.
Yeah.
Pickles are the best.
Pickles are great. And my wife doesn't like pickles, so they're all for me. Yeah.
Like, any type. Like, buttered bread pickles.
Hell
like,
yeah.
sweet pickles.
Yep.
Like, extra dill garlic pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, that real sharp finish. You're like, oh, man, my palate feels so clean. That's what most people don't understand. Like, all right, so like it's like why you get it with the sandwich. It's you eat it at the end, to clean your palate, so you don't smell like the sandwich you just ate.
Right.
And the vinegar helps digestion.
I can't help myself though. I like take a bite of sandwich and then I'll take a little bite of pickle and I'm like, shit, that's good. So then I alternate.
Yeah, like it's awesome. Love it.
Oh man. All right.
Man.
You ready to kick this thing off?
No, I'm sorry. Just these news things that really got to stop, because it's too much anymore.
Too much news right now.
It's too much of the same news over and over again. Like, sake of not being political or anything, like, Jesus.
It's just a torrent.
It is a shit show.
Yeah. Alright, close that out. How's my CPU looking? 90%. Cool. That'll turn out well.
Wait, someone can retract the message?
In what?
YouTube's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think the Meek misspelled something.
Learned something new today. Oh, man.
Man, I really didn't play much of shit this week. Oh, my
Me neither.
fucking lawnmower blew up.
Really?
Not just literally blew up.
What the hell happened?
Well, so in the back there's this plate that that slides in it. It makes compression pressure
Okay.
in the back, and it's held down by 4 bolts. So my lawnmower's been running rough. I think one of the bearings went on my one blade. I'm 3 blades on my mower. So it was rocking and causing like a lot of vibration and whatnot. I don't give a shit. It's still fucking cutting grass. All right.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? It gets through the season. I'll get it serviced, get everything, get new belts and blades and yada yada, and give it a good overall treatment. So I'm going through. I got 2 passes left before I finish my front yard, and then all of a sudden, it just goes, and this thing comes flying out the back of the mower and hits me in the leg, and then it just starts smoking, and I'm like,
Ah, shit.
I was like, huh, all right.
Well, the end of the season came early.
So then, I go and I push it back up, and I go and try to put the thing back in, and then the motor is literally cracked in half.
Oh, damn.
Like, the whole block is just fucked.
Well, not coming back from that one.
So, here's the problem. Now, I really like that lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
And probably to replace it, like that, for that, something that's going to be that same size, probably a good $6,000 lawnmower.
Shit.
The problem is I bought it out of someone's front yard for $300.
Oh, damn.
So I was looking because there's a 48-inch cutting deck. I'm trying to dig up. Of course, I took a picture of it, but I'm trying to dig up picture. Oh, Krauses, I miss you.
Hey, we have the full name for the Scorpio.
Oh, what is it?
The Xbox One X.
God damn it.
The original Xbox team lived by the mantra, there's not power greater than X. November 7th. Thanks, guys. You made a dumb name dumber.
Can we just call it Xbox Zex?
Are they trying to make a palindrome now?
Oh, I don't know. That is bad. Why would they do that?
That's real bad.
But yeah, so anyway, I'm looking online at lawnmowers, and I'm like, God damn it, this is just too much. This is so expensive. Why are pictures I delete just keep reappearing back on my phone?
Ghosts.
Oh, there's the boob mug I found in my house. Oh, my parents had some weird shit.
Somebody will say that about us someday. That dude has so much weird shit in his house.
Yeah, probably is. Why does one person need so many posters?
So many steelbooks. What was he doing?
Oh, yeah, so the whatchamacallits came out today. So they had steelbook versions of all the Transformers movies, so I have to buy them.
Yeah.
So I went to Best Buy to pick them up today, and no, online only.
Great. Thanks,
Got
guys.
home, got that done. I still got to drive out to Macedonia to pick up the other steel books that I have purchased. Because there she is.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like an industrial, like, I run my own business cutting lawns thing.
Like that's like a landscaper thing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking about it. Like, I never had any real big issues with it, and I mean, fuck, I got 11 years out of it.
It's not bad.
For me, just not even knowing how old the machine is, because that thing's supposed to be orange, and at some point it was painted green, and then it was painted red. So I don't really know the exact model of it.
Right.
Like the serial numbers are all filed off or whatever.
It's a hot mower.
It's probably a hot mower. Probably why I got such a deal on it.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm looking at it's a 48-inch deck, and I'm looking online to look at something like the biggest one I can get at Lowe's or Home Depot. That's just a normal walk-behind mower. So I'm not buying a riding mower.
No.
But yeah, so they got a 33-inch deck Toro that's fucking $1,200.
That's
So
so
I'm
much
debating. I
money.
was like, do I just buy do I just buy that, or do I start scouring front yards out in the boonies, seeing if I can find another one?
Or like hitting auction sites from closed companies.
I don't know. Like, damn. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got a week to make up my mind because
Look on
the
Craigslist.
grass. I don't like Craigslist.
I don't either, but someone in the town has got to be like, look, bro, I got to get rid of this thing. I'm not doing a yard sale. Like, come to my house and pick up this thing.
Well, yeah, like I gotta call Wayne the scrapper. He's got to come over and pick that up in a grill.
Yeah.
So I got some stuff. Oh man,
Stuff to scrap.
God, I am just bad. I just drained.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hot. So hot in here.
I woke up this morning. I was just like, oh, God.
Did you get yourself a gun?
Still tired. Yeah. Good times. All right. You ready?
Shave my body. What?
Let's do this.
I literally think I only played one game twice.
I played 4, so we're covered okay. Chat, you need to help us with titles this week, FYI, because our European friend isn't here this week.
Maybe I should grab a pencil. Do I have... Oh, man, my back is... Just reach for this. Ugh.
My sweetly spooch.
Oh, my glib globs. Stay in your home. Stay in your home, Daddy. Daddy needs you.
Oh, God.
I'm still working on it. Baker's local.
There you go. You're just slowly gonna slink off screen, just like, oh, I'm dying.
I can't help it. It just
I'm dead.
it hurts. It hurts so much.
Oh man.
I need to get one of those clips like Bachman.
Get that top knot going.
Dude, my hair is actually greasy. Jesus.
Vidal Sassoon.
BO5.
Oh yeah.
Gotta let your soul glow. Oh yeah, I'm wearing a McDowell shirt too.
All right, let's do this.
Yes, sir.
Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me, as always, my stalwart companion, Knobs.
Heyo.
Moonpier's not here this week. Gave him the week off because he's moving. He was trying to make the episode, and I told him just keep moving. 4 hours. The 4 hours it takes us to record this episode is not more important than getting out of your basement apartment and moving into a house. So
Yes.
go do that.
Go to a drier climate.
Yeah. Piece of programming news. We recorded a Prey spoiler cast that came out last week. It turned out really well. If you've finished Prey and you're looking for some interesting philosophical questions and seeing who got which endings of Prey, you should go listen or watch that spoiler cast. It's pretty good. But like with all spoiler casts, if you haven't finished the game, don't listen because we spoil all of it, like right off the bat. So there's no, the first 15 minutes are fine. None of that.
I should do Kime the whole episode.
Knobs as Kime. That came up on Pop the other day. Talking about like hidden RPG gems. And Mina never got past that first boss.
Understandably so. That was a trial by fire.
Yeah, like if you got past that first boss, like you're fine for the rest of the game. But that boss is teaching you how to play that thing, and it's not going to let you down.
That Griffin was legit.
Yeah. All right, Knobs.
I am just struggling with this. Like, just make up.
To be clear, also, we're not going to be talking about E3 this week. While we're recording this, the Microsoft press conference is going on. They just announced the name of Scorpio, which is the Xbox One X, which is bad. Also sounds, now that I said it out loud again, it also sounds like the Xbox One S. So that's...
It's like they're doing this on purpose just for market confusion. I don't understand it at all.
How many... Can we put a third X in there? Is that going to work? So the only thing I'll cut in with this episode will be if they release the release date for Crackdown 3. Otherwise, we will talk about the disaster of an EA press conference and all the other stuff next week when Moonpier returns to us. But in the meantime... Nubs, what have you been playing this past week?
Did I talk about Friday the 13th last week?
No, I don't think you'd picked it up yet.
Okay, cool. So I did play 2 games.
Nice.
All right. So Monday night we had a pregame. We decided to play Friday the 13th, which was that game looked and that game's got potential to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When you're in a group of people. So I was playing with Moonpier, the Gurk, Moonpier's wife, and 3 other random people.
Okay.
No, was Eder Black in that one? I don't remember.
Probably a bunch of people that Moon pulled in from his friends list.
Yes.
Yeah. His looking for group friends.
I was the odd man out, and again, like, everyone's waiting on me to hit a button, so...
Hit the button, Rodney.
Officially Z.
Yeah.
Hit the button, Z. Which happened to me several occasions. Like, even happened on Monday night game night where I was just sitting in a lobby, like, 'cause I had the party menu pulled up and just kind of waiting for everyone to see everyone playing the same game before I hit it. Next thing you know, like, I hit the guide button and they were all loading the map. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't start this. Like, oh, we had a vote.
We're moving on without you.
Okay. Just leave the host behind, whatever.
So good. So
take advantage of this.
With Friday the 13th, I know the preference for Monday night game night back to basically when we started it has been, Left 4 Dead. Everybody is in the same party and just, mayhem happens. But one of the big features of Friday the 13th is the positional audio. Did you guys get in a big party all at the same time, or did you sort of go classic with the positional?
We all just went back to, actually for this game specifically, we all did in-game chat because it's proximity-based.
Right. That's cool.
So it loads up, and I'm this little chicky-do, and so I have to, and like, she lays out with this great, because it opens up with Jason. Some dude in a blue flannel just gets axed or macheted,
red shirt,
or clubbed, and he goes on. Then it goes in like 5 minutes later, and then it pops up, and the first words out of her mouth was, "Did that just happen?" Like, I was like, "Okay, you're already scoring points with me because that's really cool." And I'm like, "All right, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, there's some tents over here. I'm gonna go run and hide the tent." So. Had in a tent, and it gives you this little slit to look through.
Okay.
And I didn't run around it and find anything, though, my first foray through this. And as I'm getting more and more scared, like the tips and the icons and stuff all just kind of vignette away.
Oh, cool.
Like, just disappear as my, like, little focus gets a little tighter and tighter. Like, you hear, the like, all over the, like, and then I'm like, okay, so he must be close. I'm guessing that's what that means.
Yeah.
When you start hearing the noises. And I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I hear someone get murdered way off to the left of me. I'm like, all right.
It's off in the distance, like, ah.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, waiting, like, and I don't know what's really going on. And I'm seeing these little things, like there's a little timer ticking down. The police are going to show up in 5 minutes. I was like, all right, so if they show up, is that like an instant win? Like, do they come into the camp and clean house?
Right.
So I'm just sitting there. I can't hear anything at this point. Like, nobody's, like, no one's near me. Just kind of, and then I'm in the tent for has to be a good 10 minutes, and I'm not with any hyperbole on that. Like, it was literally 10 minutes, because I sat down, I went in there, listened to some stuff, and I'm like, all right, grab my PS Vita, and I start playing Lumines.
I love that, like, from what Moonpeer is saying, like, to call the cops, you have to gather all this stuff and put it together, and they're, like, scouring the camp, and you're sitting in a tent playing Lumines. You're like, yeah, man, tell me when the cops are here. I'm good. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, so I'm in the tent playing Lumines, just kind of hanging out. Like, okay. And then I'm like, should I be doing something? 'Cause I really don't know what's going on. And I start hitting all the different buttons and whatnot, pulling. I was like, and I see all this list of objectives everybody else has completed. I'm like, oh, huh, okay. So, all right, well, I'm gonna hop out of the tent now.
Right.
So, and like no one can hear, like right now I can't hear anyone. So I'm just kind of wandering around, just looking, jogging. I'm watching my stamina go down. And it's like, okay, well, there's this thing where there's like this little white icon. I'm going to go walk towards that. So I go walking, kind of shuffling my way through the trees. And I get to this one rock. And this is what I like. I was like, all right, this game's really got potential. So I get to this rock. And I'm completely out of stamina. So I'm walking really slow. I was like, all right, I'm going to step here, catch my breath. And I spin the camera around. And then I see Jason coming out of the trees. I was like, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
Oh, he found me.
Oh, no. So then I go, like, I keep running, and then all of a sudden, like, I see him, like, his head just creeps into my screen behind me.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, I pass the threshold, and he gets shot down by the cops.
Oh.
And then you hear everyone just cheering and laughing. And then we're all in party chat after that, and I'm sitting there, okay, so I literally just sat in a tent and played Lumines for 10 minutes, and Moon was like, yeah, we know. They get all finished, and we're waiting on me, so here I am, I'm trolling the first game I'm in.
Amazing.
So then we start up the our second run. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to explore.
Yeah.
So I instantly spawn next to another guy in another cabin, so we're able to talk right away, and then we get separated. Still didn't find the walkie-talkie or a map, and then I'm wandering around. And I was like, oh, hey, there's Moon. So I go over and start following Moon around like a little kid. Like, hey guys, where are we going?
Hey buddy,
we there yet?
I'm helping.
We there yet? Vegeta, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So we're doing that. We get then they're going through and they're getting all the stuff done. Get to the cops, we win. I'm like, okay, so that's what this is. All right. Oh yeah, someone got murdered like right as they're right there. Like so, Paul Moon took the grenade for everyone else to escape.
Right.
As his wife murders him with a baghead. Whatever. So Jason looked really cool, by the way.
Yeah.
I never had a chance to be Jason. We load up for a third time. I'm like, all right, I am literally going to try and figure some stuff out now.
Yeah.
So I'm into this one big lodge area, and I go in the doors, go in there. I hop into a cabinet, I crawl under a bed. I'm start opening drawers and stuff, but I'm closing everything, act like I haven't been in here. Like I'm being really conscious of what I'm doing. You know, pulling like the deadbolt sliders on the doors so we can't bust them in right away, or we can't just open them.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally I get the keys, I got the map, I got a walkie-talkie, I can hear people talking. I'm like, all right, cool. So I can actually help. So I'm going to this place, go to this. I end up in Jason's cabin with the mother's head and the sweater and stuff. I get an axe. I'm like, all right, I am feeling great about this. Host crash.
Oh, you got too powerful.
Yeah. I was like, okay, man, I was going to be a productive member of the team for this one time.
Yeah.
So anything. So you're leveling up. I don't know what the levels mean or anything. I don't understand the perks. I don't understand all the stuff that's going on. Like I was read the tutorial and I'm like, with me and reading stuff, I'm like, eyes just glaze over. I'm like, all right, I'll just figure this out in real world scenarios because I don't have time
by
to
playing.
Yeah. The way things should be played.
Yeah.
And being yelled at by people. You didn't know how to do this? You didn't read a thing? No. I looked at it. I grazed it.
Yeah.
So I think that game's got potential with a full group of people. I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of that they had having Jason be playing like 80s music, like as so when they get close, they can hear the music playing.
Yeah.
Jason has you have a little more lead on when he's coming in.
Yeah.
Because it's real easy just to sit there and be silent.
Yeah, and just kind of super creep.
Yeah. So I'm really want to see what it is. I didn't have a chance to play Jason, so I can't really speak to that yet.
Yeah.
But
that sounds good.
It's definitely an interesting game type.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to playing more of that. But was pretty just exhausted between work and stuff this week. We ended up playing Monday Night Game Night. Like I said, like we were talking before, they voted and played with me without me voting and starting the game.
Right.
We did. I don't think it was the Parish. What did we do? I don't remember. We were playing Left 4 Dead. No, we played Dark Carnival. Man, it's a bad moment. My team had some bad moments. We just crapped the bed several times.
Yeah.
Like, great position, and we just managed to bork it up every time.
Just couldn't get it together.
Just like, okay, you hit that point, you're like, all right, cool, we should regain some ground, we got this. Oh no, everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And then we played again last Saturday night, because I was in a party with them on Friday night while I was watching something, and apparently they were getting pushed pretty bad.
Mm.
I guess it was pretty brutal what they had happen at No Mercy. So it was fun listening to, and they're like, yeah, you want to play? Yeah, nope, gotta go to bed.
See you later.
Yeah. But we did end up playing Swamp Fever last night, and that was a little 3v3. It was Moon wasn't there. Tomsy, Scott, or Tomsy, Nintendork, Ian. Testing my memory now, even though it was less.
Jetmech probably.
Jetmech was not there.
Oh.
Donnie.
Oh, okay.
Who was the other guy? Did I say Ian already?
Probably. Sorry, my brain just got wiped because I'm for everyone listening at home, I'm watching a live blog of the Microsoft press conference so it doesn't kill my internet. And they just posted a picture of an assassin sliding down one of the pyramids, and I'm just like, okay, what? How's he? Hey, that's cool.
I could be game with that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we played No Mercy, and it was like the same thing kept happening. Like, we kept getting to the point where we're going ahead, and like the other team just seems like they're having such a walk in the park, and just because it was Scott, myself, and
Ian.
No, it wasn't Ian, because Ian and GMO were on the other team. Donnie.
Okay.
Donnie was our third. And for some reason, Donnie was off mic again. I don't know. He's got a microphone.
Of course he does.
So I set it up last night, and Donnie had the echo thing going really bad. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, Donnie, when was the last time you unplugged her? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm coming over. I walk all the way down the street, go hop in that, and he's already switched everything out to something else. I was like, really?
Could have texted me, dude.
So, all right, I'm going home. I'll see you in a minute.
See you in 5 minutes.
Walk all the way back home. We get in, we start playing, and it was a fun night.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really didn't do much gaming this week.
Yeah.
I've been playing that Golf Clash.
Yeah, I had to remove that for a moment just to free up some space on my phone, but it's pretty good.
It is a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
Like, I like the way it plays. I get some real bad hops. Still learning out, trying to figure out how to really exploit that. But I'm grinding right now just so I can upgrade these clubs.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where I'm stuck right now. Is my equipment isn't at the skill I need it to be.
Right, not for your natural game skill.
Right. So right now my hindrance is the equipment itself. Because I'm watching these guys hook balls and playing the fade and a draw, and I'm like, man, I know I should be able to do this.
I want to do
The
that.
clubs just aren't letting me do this.
Yeah. Gotta buy those pin packs.
Mechanically, this makes sense. Oh, I have not bought a thing yet.
Yeah, I won't. I feel like whenever I do that in a game, it opens the floodgates. Where it's like, I'll just spend $1. The next thing you know, it's like $400 later. It's like, well, I don't have that money.
No, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole ever again.
Yeah, we did pin packs once.
Yeah, pin packs was. Man, I could not help myself, but man, that little.
Yep.
It was just
every
like
time.
what. Everything got me every time. I was like, this is so awesome, and why did I spend $5 on this?
How many cards? The $20 one is a much better value. You get so many more pin packs.
Yeah, well, the Family Guy, the card game.
Yeah.
That one got me all the time because that one was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good animation.
Animation Throwdown, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. That one had it. I really hated spending money on that Marvel Academy game.
Yeah.
I spent way too much money on that game to hate it so much.
Yeah, I'm still playing that, and I basically spend the $10 to buy the premium character every event, so it's $10 a month. But beyond that, the game has gotten so imbalanced that you have to spend way too much money to get everything, so it's not even worth it anymore.
Where the time equivalency doesn't work out.
Yeah, like, the thing that I like about a lot of free-to-play games is I have a lot of time right now, so I can put the time in, but I can't put the money in. Avengers Academy won't let you do either, basically. Like, if you put a lot of time in, you'll at least get all of the characters, and you'll get them a little bit ranked up, but you're not going to get every character ranked up all the way. You know, there's just no way anymore. It's a bummer.
Oh, all right. But that's pretty much all I played this week. Nothing. No, well, actually, the Friday 13th game was new, but
yeah, I've been playing a lot of mobile stuff. My daughter's going through a sleep regression right now, so I have a lot of time with my phone, but not a lot of time with consoles. I forgot to mention. Last week I dumped High Seas Saga, the Kairosoft game I was playing. Mm-hmm. When I talked about it last, I think I had mentioned, hey, I'm going to go to a wiki. I'm going to find out what I'm doing wrong, because I have to be doing something wrong. And every website I went to go to and every wiki I went to go look at was basically like, playing it through the first time is super easy. Just get through it. Here's all the tips for New Game Plus in your second playthrough. And it's like, okay. I'm dumping this. There's too much that's going on. The thing that I like about Kairosoft games are I like being able to go through that first playthrough and being able to sort of sail through it. If you think of the first time you're playing Game Dev Story, it's sort of like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing okay, sort of.
Yeah.
And the Kairosoft games don't explain a lot. So I like that it's all about your discovery, where it's like, okay, cool, I can hire people. Okay, I can hire them super early. All right, my second playthrough, I'm going to hire a bunch of super great people really early, and I'm going to do that. It's like, oh, I can research this stuff. Okay, I'm going to do that on my so you can sort of, the more you play, the more you discover, and then the better your future playthroughs get. I feel like with High Seas Saga, there was way too much stuff, and I never felt like I really had my hands on it completely. And that's sort of a problem. Especially after I'd put 20 hours into it, I'm still sort of not really understanding what I'm doing. That in like Game Dev Story or a lot of their other games is a whole playthrough. So that's kind of a bummer. So I'll download another Kairosoft game at some point and play through a simpler one. I have been playing a lot of Marvel Puzzle Quest. I now have a pretty solid team going for most of my stuff. I'm using Modern Spider-Man, which is like a really low level character. The two variants right now are like modern and classic, and classic is very much like the original, original run of Spider-Man. I'm running Miss Marvel, who's surprisingly a powerhouse, and Thanos, who is
nice.
So Thanos is great because basically with each character you collect famous comic book covers for each one of your characters, and those power up each one of them. Thanos I have right now leveled up fully with one of his covers. So what he does is when you kill, it's 3-on-3. So when you kill an enemy of the other team, he does a little bit of damage to the other two members on your team, but he does like half of the enemy's health to each person on their team. So it's basically like as soon as you start killing people, it's this rolling stone where it's just he starts becoming stronger and more unstoppable, and it's really good. And I feel like Marvel Puzzle Quest is starting to grab me because I'm starting to get good teams together, so I can do some of the daily stuff. I can do the PvE events that are coming up. I'm trying to play a little bit of the PvP, which reminds me a lot of Animation Throwdown, where you're not actually playing another person, you're just playing that person's team that they have going on right now. I'm not very good, because people have been playing this for like 3 or 4 years, but
Has it been out that long?
Yeah, it's been out really long, yeah. I'm rocking like a level 50-something Thanos, and I see people online that have like a level 255 Thanos, and it's like, oh...
What?
Okay, cool. I'll be over here losing. See you later. But I feel it's sort of starting to grab me, and I'm not spending any money on it. It rewards you fairly well if you start having a good team. But I feel it's starting to grab me because there's enough stuff to do every day. Not where I'm playing it for like 4 hours a day, but I can get in there and I can play it for an hour or so and kind of get some stuff done. I did look through the App Store to see if I could download Puzzle Quest 1 or 2, because I sort of felt like, hey, I haven't played a traditional Puzzle Quest game in a while. How about we go do that? And unfortunately, neither of those are available on the iOS App Store anymore. It seems like an Apple update broke those games, because they came out a really long time ago, and I think D3 was like, hey man, we're not going to update those because it's not worth it. So that's sort of a bummer. I wanted to play Puzzle Quest 2 again, but sadly can't do that. I finished Titanfall 2. I thought I had like an hour left to go. I literally like 25-30 minutes. I was very much at the end, and I didn't have enough time to finish it out. Titanfall 2 is really great. I really liked that whole single player story mode. I think it took me all of 5 or 6 hours. I mean, if someone has like a rainy Saturday afternoon, you can just bang it out in one session. It's not hard, but it is, at every moment, it's really fun to play. And decimating the end of that game as BT was really cool. Jumping between those ships, it's old enough now that I'm not worried about spoiling the single player campaign of Titanfall 2.
Head set piece at the end when you're flying and you're like the ship to ship thing was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I didn't expect BT to do the throwing between ships, and I thought that was super. Just flying from one ship to another after BT throws you is never really got old, because it looked and felt so cool. There was some stuff near the end where you're platforming and doing wall running between pieces of the environment that are falling from the sky, that I thought was really, really, like sides of buildings, like Bayonetta business happening, where you're wall running on a thing and there's nothing in front of you until something falls, and then you're running on that until it falls. That was super cool.
Yeah, and I love the back half of that, like where you had that last bit where you open up BT's head and there's the smart pistol, and your
Yeah.
utilization of it at the end was just it felt like the perfect moment to have that gun.
I never played Titanfall 1. I played the multiplayer maybe for a handful of matches, but never enough to remember the smart pistol. And just like it's this perfect combo of I can't believe you did what you did to BT, and now I have the smart pistol, so you're literally nonstop running, just pulling the trigger every once in a while, and 5 enemies' heads are popping off. It's just like this. I'm a god, and this is amazing. I can't recommend Titanfall 2 enough, at least for a single player. I know the multiplayer is good. Like that's a known quantity
Yes.
for that. But the single player is, I spent $20 on it, I think. For 6 hours for that is pretty satisfying. If I had more time, I think I might be interested in playing through on some of the harder difficulties, because I think that could be kind of fun. As it was, I played on the regular difficulty, which is a really weird way. It was like, it said, the official title of the difficulty was regular, and then in parentheses it just said normal. It's like, well, why don't you just call it normal? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. But Titanfall 2 is really good, and they just released another piece of free DLC where it's like a new map, a new Titan, a bunch of new skins and guns and stuff. So they're still updating it like crazy for free. So
Well,
it's $20 or less.
I think my favorite part of that single player campaign is when you get the accolades from the mercenary band. He just slaps that sticker right on your head.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, if you're ever looking for work, kid.
Yeah, I really liked that there was a villain. The main villain didn't care about you. Like, he wasn't going to kill you because he wasn't getting paid for it. And there was nothing personal. It was just like, I don't even know your name. I don't care about you. No one paid me, so I'm leaving. See ya.
Yeah. It was just a business transaction.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun, because usually it's like, I'm going to get you for what you did to my family, or I'm like, I'm going to destroy the planet. It's like, hey man, I got a job to do, whatever.
Yeah, that and like in the whole mercenary band was just all that kind of rogues gallery of cliches, and they all worked exactly how they should have.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked those Titan to Titan fights. None of them were ever really too hard, but it felt challenging enough where you finished them and you were like, all right, I killed that dude with a flamethrower. That was fun. I like it. So I finished that and I started Nier Automata back up. I decided not to play back through the tutorial, because I remember, I'm fighting an oil rig, ting, and then you're up to the bunker. I really like the bunker being black and white. That makes it feel so different from the rest of the game itself.
It's really not black and white. It's more like sepia tones.
On my TV, it's black and white. I don't know what's wrong.
Really, mine kind of had like a little like tannish hue to it.
Oh no, mine is pure, just black and white.
Huh.
Interesting. I finished. I haven't finished a ton of it. I finished the desert area, and I got the hilariously titled trophy called "It's a Healthy Baby Boy," which is the perfect trophy for that. And I finished the desert, and I had just finished the amusement park, and I just made my way through the forest into the I just entered the robot camp.
So I like Pascal. I thought that was a cool character.
Yeah, I just met him, and we haven't really. I think the only thing he said was, "I like holding this white flag." I like that the entire colony of these robots
they're all
waving white flags. Nier Automata, I haven't gotten a ton of story that makes sense yet, so I'm not even going to talk about it or presume anything about it. The thing I have to say is, I really love that running animation, like how her her heels hit the stone faster and faster.
Yeah.
And I really love that dodge animation. Like when you get that perfect dodge and she like splits apart and then teleports back and then you're slashing dudes in the air. Like that's still super cool.
So I wasn't expecting that carnival area.
No, Nier Automata feels a little weird at the beginning because like you start in that abandoned city, and it's, the buildings are falling down and nature has taken back over, and you're fighting some moose, and there are friendly robots, and there's a resistance camp. It feels pretty much what you'd expect. And then
Yes.
the resistance camp, after you do like a couple of BS beginning tutorial missions, they're like, oh, go over to this other area. We have some weird machines, weird robot activity over there. Go clean it out and then come back to us. And you go like 2 streets over and it's just a desert. I was like, that's okay. This is vastly different. So you get through that whole area, and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. We have a bunch of androids that went missing. Go to this other area and go see what's going on. And you turn a corner, and it's literally this giant amusement park where the robots are all friendly, and they're just throwing confetti in the air and dancing. And I was like, what is
Or you can still
happening?
kill them. Yeah.
I didn't. They looked like they were having so much fun.
I did, except for that one at that one little side area that took me forever to find. It's like, I don't want anything from you. What?
Oh, I don't know if I found that. I went to like a merry-go-round area, and I fought a tank, and then I fought this lady, like a dancer lady that had like.
Oh my god! Wait,
skirts had
I cannot
guns.
wait for you to hear her backstory. It is awesome.
Yeah,
There's a whole thing in how to do about her. It was
Awesome.
great.
yeah, it's Nier Automata at the beginning is interesting because it almost feels like a 16-bit platformer where it's like, okay, you finished level 1, the jungle area. Level 2, we're in a desert. It's like, that, great. Level 3, we're in a carnival. It's like, that, okay. Level 4, we're in a jungle, a city. It's like, okay, cool.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. And like, there's really nothing wrong with it because I appreciate that each, I don't want to call it an open world section because so many people are so sick of open world games, including me, that I like that it's not an open world. It's this small section, the jungle area, the beginning one is 4 city blocks, maybe, and a lot of it you can't even get to. And then the desert isn't super big, and the carnival is even smaller. I like that it's this focused thing where it's not like Dragon Age Inquisition where you go into an area and then it's just this sprawling expanse. And it's like, well, God, I don't want to do any of this. Like, I just want to... It's this focused, tight thing where you go in there... Carnival area. You go in there, you fight a mini-boss, you go in the area it was protecting, you fight a boss, and then you leave. And, like, that's...
You're right.
You did what you needed to do and you're leaving. And there's stuff you can find if you explore. There's treasure chests, and there's those little shining things you pick up on the ground. But there's just not a lot of BS around. I like that.
Oh, they saved that for later games, later playthroughs.
Good.
But no, it was all good. Like, granted, like my thing with that game was the Nier thing that it did to me.
Yeah. You got neared.
I did get neared.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I'm really excited to see your impressions of this because I'm sure there's a lot more this year to dig into more than I did, or that I wish I had wasn't so jaded not to go back to it.
Well, yeah, and one of the things I didn't even know about the game are the emails you're getting all the time from when you
Yes, emails are cool in that game.
The first one of the first non-tutorial emails you get is one of the operators from up on the bunker is like, hey man, there's totally this lady that'll tell your fortune, and she'll tell you about like riches and love and how to be successful and all this cool stuff. And like 20 minutes later, you get an email that's like, hey, never mind, she was a hack. And I was just like, this is cool. Like, yeah, these would be emails that 2B would be getting. And the voice acting is great. The translation is fantastic. It's 8.4 games, so obviously the translation is going to be great. I love 9S and 2B's voice actors. Both of them are really, really good. It's just good. I'm enjoying it, and there's not a lot... I know how Nier games work. I am in like the first 1% of the game, and I know that the more I play, the more this onion is going to unfold and get crazier and crazier. So there's not a lot to talk about other than it plays like a platinum game, which is really great. It runs really smoothly and looks pretty good, and the music is incredible. And
yes,
it took me a couple times to get through the hacking thing during that fight with the lady, to figure out that the hacking music is just a chiptune version of the music that you're listening to out of the hacking.
Yes.
Because it transitions so seamlessly. You're like, wow, this is pretty... Oh my god, it's the same song. That is cool. This game's cool. I like it. So we'll see if I get to the 35-hour point and it nears me at the end, whether I'm joining the crowd and saying, like, this is a great philosophical game, or if I'm going to be like, well, thank God it's over. I really think you're going to really love this game. It seems like a me sort of story.
I really like the game a lot. I just wish I had all my stuff to keep playing it, but
yeah.
At this point, F it. Nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
But that's all I played this week, so let's take a break. Okay, I gotta run real quick to do a quick baby thing. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, chat, what's happening? So, come on, live blog, show me some pictures of my Dragon Ball Z fighters. Why does Minecraft need to be in 4K? Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching a live blog of it too. But Minecraft in 4K, sure. Those pixels look real sharp now. Blocky douchebags. I don't know what this game is, but dude in like the orange looking blazer with a collar on. What the hell is this game? Because it's not that zombie survival game that they were talking about just before that.
What are you looking for? What are you looking at?
Oh, they came with the guy in the orange jumpsuit.
In the Microsoft one?
Yeah.
State of Decay 2?
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say they're going to have 22 exclusives today, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 4K and 4K Minecraft, too. How about that?
Thank God. Oof,
I don't know
saved.
how Oh, shit. Speaking of 4K stuff. So Sean and I have been texting back and forth because he stumbled across, I guess Optima's releasing a budget 4K projector.
Nice.
But it's really not a 4K projector. It's not native 4K. It's
like upscaled.
Well, they're calling it pixel shift. So
okay.
really what they're overdoing is they're overlaying a 1080p image 4 times to cut each pixel that much sharper.
I have it pulled up here. Optima announces a 4K projector for $2,000.
Well, actually, the one you'd want to get is the $2,500 one.
UHD 65.
Yeah, the 65. I was reading reviews on it. Actually, Projector Central did a preliminary review of their test unit that they had, and they said with professional calibration, it matches the picture quality of the $9,000 Sony native 1080p.
Nice. Yeah, they're saying Texas Instruments provided a new chipset for this.
Yes. There's also another chipset. What the hell was it called? So this one was fucking. This was crazy, and I'm probably. I think this is worth the money to try this out here.
Yeah, they're saying that. Yeah, like you said, they're displaying two 1080p images in rapid succession with the second slightly off shifted to double the resolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of some voodoo magic, and
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
that's...
know how that could keep up with a refresh rate. That seems like that needs an extra amount of horsepower.
Yeah, I wonder what the refresh rate is on this.
Um,
See if
hold
I
on, I
can
gotta
find
pull up
out.
this.
The Meek83 in chat says, "Hey Knobs, just got on the TVGP train, listening to old episodes, and you totally talked me into the Handsome collection. Can't wait. Never played any Borderlands. You picked up the right collection because that's
Yes,
all of the
that's
Borderlands you need to play."
that is all of the Borderlands, and get ready to fall in love with Handsome Jack.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love Handsome Jack, man. He's one of my favorite villains.
Let's find out what the refresh rate is here.
So anyway, so he sent me this over, but the thing about this particular one is, the one thing I find suspect with this, because if you're in for picking up like a large format projector thing or any sort of projector, I cannot recommend an LED light engine enough.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that you do not go through the hassle of changing bulbs.
Yeah.
It is, and it just instantly makes everything that more expensive. So the suspect thing I had with this is on Projector Central, on their data page, they have the lamp life, 10,000 eco, and then 4,000 like normal.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's got to be some sort of filament style bulb, because
Right.
because it would be 20,000, 20,000.
Yeah, it would be the
electricity
same.
LD. So that's the only thing that I would wait for. But there is an inline upgrade processor
Really?
that's out, or that's coming out in July, which I'm totally gonna buy for. It's like $180. It's at B&H Photo right now. It is called it's a Darby processor, DARBEE. It is really, really neat thing, because it is actually integrated into one of these units, or not this particular unit, but another Optima unit has Darby processing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this thing would work. I don't know.
Their specification sheet, native resolution is 3840 times 2160. Like, they're even saying the native res is 4K. Like,
Yes,
it's not. They don't have a refresh rate on here.
I know, and
Which
that's
is
the thing
concerning.
that. Oh my god, I gotta find this, because it's on. Here's this. Right, so if I'm logged into Chrome on multiple PCs,
Yeah.
I can see the history on other.
Yep.
See, because I just have recently closed on this particular unit.
That's weird.
John and Howell Paving, EA.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Sales sheet. Alright, I gotta see if I can find this real fast here for you. DAR Darby 4K.
Oh, excuse me. I
4K
don't think we
shot.
really have any questions this week. Gonna be a short episode.
Yeah.
Which is
Alright. So, alright, I'm gonna click on it. Oh, god damn it, temporarily, yes. Fine, it's cool.
Whatever.
It's just going to B&H Photo, for fuck's sake. Alright, like this here. Copy. And what would be the easiest way to send this to you? Paste. Oh my god, that's a long URL.
See, it's
All
gonna
right.
show up on stream, but that's okay. There we go. Not secret. Darby Vision Visual Presence HDMI video processor. Ooh,
So it's an inline digital processor.
interesting.
I don't know what type of magic this thing can produce, but their actual website, Darby Vision. Let me see if.
I'll just search the product number.
Back.
This is a The video processor. Has a remote. Pass signal up to 1080p 60 including 3D, but not 4K.
Yeah, so go Darby Vision Incorporated, like its own proprietary site here.
Yeah. Is this basically pushing HDR?
Yes.
Interesting. Some of the comparisons here are pretty striking.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, so, and I'm wondering how this would work through, since because I'm going through a receiver, and it would have to be inline from the unit?
Out from the receiver?
Or out from the receiver, so I don't know where in line that this needs to land.
Probably out from your receiver, because everything gets funneled into that, and then takes that
pushes
signal
out.
And proves it to your projector.
Correct, and that pushes a 4K, it can push a 4K signal.
Right.
So I think at that point, as long as you're getting... That was the interesting thing with that Optima projector was, if it can receive a native 4K signal, it can produce it.
Right.
So it takes that. It's not native 4K, but it can display 4K.
Right.
And that's the thing that I was kind of waiting on for an upgrade. This seems like not quite a half step, but this is like a 3/4 step to 4K. Like it's at least comparable on the out front, and for not nearly the price that you would expect.
Well, especially for, MSRP is $180. If you... Somebody's here. It's probably Donnie again. I like the alternating barks.
Alright, let me see what fresh hell this is.
Oh, we'll be right back. Hi everyone in chat. Thank you for the handful of people that are joining us for this live stream. Probably watching the Microsoft live stream as well, but appreciate you guys and gals hanging out with us. I'm watching a live blog right now. I'll watch the video. My wife and I'll watch the video later, once I'm done with this. Excuse me. Question for you, Boston. You got me hooked on Isaac. Was trying to play through without the expansion to see the differences. Should I just pull the trigger and get Rebirth? Yeah. I don't. What platform are you playing on? My recommendation is if you can get up to at least Afterbirth. That's my recommendation. Afterbirth Plus has a lot of extra content that's pretty hard in it. It's not my current recommendation to run that version, just because of the extra tough stuff that they slapped in there. But I know on consoles, Xbox One and PS4, you can get Afterbirth. Afterbirth Plus has not been had a release date announced yet. And his new game, The End Is Nigh, also hasn't been had a release date announced for consoles other than the Switch, which is a little bit unfortunate. Xbox One, yeah. I would upgrade to Afterbirth. I think that gets you the best experience. And it's not as difficult as hopping straight into Afterbirth Plus would be. Although unfortunately on consoles we can't get Afterbirth Plus yet, unless you're playing on Switch. So yeah, I think the amount of content that was added with Afterbirth is definitely worth it. And then by the time Afterbirth Plus comes out on consoles, you'll be well seasoned enough to sort of be ready to hop right into Afterbirth Plus. You should give Moonpeer a friend invite on Xbox One. It should just be Moonpeer. there's a bunch of us playing on both consoles that are kind of having friendly competitions for daily runs, where we're comparing our scores. Moon and I are doing that for the Bonding of Moonpier episodes, but there's a bunch of us on both platforms that are having fun comparing some of those scores. There's plenty of people that are starting to play it now, which is super, super great. Let's look at this. Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth plus console release date. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything in the last couple of days. I think the last update. Man, I really wish he would stop using Nicholas to port this stuff, because it just takes a real long time. I don't see if Sea of Thieves got a release date yet. That's a game I'll be keeping an eye on. I think that's going to be a cool game. I think that could be a game, and we'll probably talk about it next week, but I think Sea of Thieves, if it grabs enough people, could potentially be a pretty cool Monday night game. Now I want to go play Binding of Isaac. If I had more money and more time, I keep thinking, like, man, maybe I'll just buy Binding of Isaac for Xbox One and play through it all there again and try and get 1001% again, but do I want to go through all that again? I probably do. I mean, why not? Played this game for 5 years at this point. Oh no, Pamela crashed. Crap. Let's see if I can open it back up and start recording again. Okay. I have enough hard drive space. That's what got me listening to you two and your adventures in the basement. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for. I'm sure Nicholas and Edmund appreciate your purchase. I love Binding of Isaac, and I'm glad more people are picking it up. And I don't know what these dogs are going crazy about. I'm glad people are giving it a shot, because I feel like I think one of Binding of Isaac's biggest strengths and weaknesses is not having any sort of tutorial. And I feel like if you have somebody around you that has played it long enough to figure it out, I think it can be a really great game, and it's really good to sort of push someone else along, saying like, okay, man, you had a bad run, but what did you learn? What cool items did you get? Like, oh, you picked up that item. If you have this other one unlocked, those can synergize. And trying to, like I've said before, it's kind of a great playground game. We're sharing your knowledge between people where it's like, oh yeah, did you get Brimstone? Yeah. Did you get Mom's Knife with it too? Like, those synergize, and if anyone watching hasn't done that, I won't spoil it. That's an amazing synergy. I had a daily run earlier today where I got like the lowest tier rate, and I had Brimstone. That was pretty great. Oh man, I don't know what happened that Knobs had to excuse himself for this long. See if there's any. I don't know if I missed the price for Xbox One X, or if they just haven't announced it yet. I almost feel like they're going to wait until the very end of the show. November 7th, True 4K, Vapor cooling system. squirrel get in the house? Like, what's happening there? Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see any price yet. So they must be waiting until the very end of their conference to talk about it, which I guess should be coming up here pretty soon. It started an hour and 10 minutes ago, so probably have 20 minutes left. Have you seen Steriden? Pick that up now. Isaac Gungeon and that are my go-to for some quick fun. I don't... Steriden. I haven't seen that. Steriden on Steam. Look at what this is. I like the art immediately. Spaceships blowing each other up in space is pretty great. Endless chaotic space shooter. I hope everybody that's watching the live stream and the video can hear me over this dog. Enhance your spaceship. This looks pretty interesting. I'm as someone who's liked roguelikes and roguelites ever since Toe Jam and Earl, it really makes me happy to see so many roguelikes coming out. But it's... Duffman says Crackdown 3. Let's pull up the live stream here. I'm worried that a lot of people are going to sort of get burnt out on so many of them coming out. Terry Crews selling Crackdown 3. Roguelike R-Type. Yes. That's what that looks like, and that looks awesome. Boy, Crackdown 3 still looks really good. Ooh, air dash. Xbox One X enhanced. I bet HDR on this would look pretty good. I'm hoping they're going to release or announce a release date here at the end of this trailer. Play Anywhere title? That's nice.
Some people never have trouble. That's why they don't know what the struggle is. I don't pay the cost. And they know the boss. Analyze my losses. Now taking off.
Just give me a release date. Oh, the black hole magnet gun? Step Up Your Boom is a pretty good. Oh, November 7th. Wow. 2 thumbs up.
Sorry. It's nice when people pay their debts.
Yeah. So Crackdown 3 was just shown.
I missed it.
Terry Crews introed it. There looks like there's an air dash now, and it's coming out November 7th.
This November?
Yep. Yes, I should have clarified that. That's a good point.
When does the Scorpio come out? They release a date for that?
That's also the 7th, I think. It's enhanced for your Xbox One X experience to play in 4K and HDR. Yeah, so same release date. Cool. Cool.
Now Terry Crews is yelling at us as he introduces. I love it. That might be the best live vlog thing I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And let's see, 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do we think the price point will be for the Xbox One S? It should be $400. It'll be $500.
You think so?
Yep. Jeff Keighley this morning said, unless something changes last minute, it's $500. They haven't announced what the price is yet, so it almost seems they're pushing 22 exclusive games during this this press conference, so it seems very much like, look at all this cool stuff, $500. See you next year.
Alright, do I have releases pulled up?
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Alright.
November. Finally a release date. Thank God. Oh, I need to
Cool.
open up these news stories.
So it might be worth me dropping the $2,500.
Yeah, maybe. See how cool Crackdown looks. I was just saying on stream, I bet Crackdown doesn't look super great at 4K, but I bet it looks really good with HDR.
Yeah.
Because there's so much neon stuff in that trailer that I bet that looks cool. And air dash. That's what Crackdown needed. Crackdown needs a cool air dash.
Well, just needs the jet boots.
Yeah.
They
I didn't
solved
see
that
him in the
problem.
trailer, but who knows?
Yeah, so I'll pick this thing. I'll pick up this Darby Vision thing in July.
Yeah, curious to see what that...
I'm really, like, it seems almost too cool.
For $180, it's worth the experiment. If it works, great. If it doesn't, pawn it off on someone for $150.
But, I mean, just even for the... Like, just for the added detail on 1080p.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like it cleans up all those little artifacts and, like, the softness of a lot of images.
Yeah, however it does it. I don't know.
Yeah, however magic that little thing has.
Whatever gnomes are working away inside that thing.
But that would be... Like, I think that's a half step.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, ready?
Ready.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for June 12th, 2017. We have ARMS for the Switch.
ARMS seems cool. It seems like a much more in-depth fighting game than I originally thought it was. I'm going to be curious to see if there's going to be any sort of competitive scene around this, because that could be kind of fun.
Yeah, well, if enough people have it.
Yeah. It's on the Switch, so who knows?
Who knows?
Switch is now like one of the fastest selling consoles in history, so which is insane compared to the Wii. Oh. Speaking of fighting games, let's talk about news stories. Knobs, do you like Dragon Ball? Well, yeah, you know that's a yes.
Well, it's... Yeah.
Do you like Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know, like all of it. It's so weird. I have such a love-hate relationship with this.
Well, do you like fighting games?
I do like fighting games.
Do you like Arc System Works?
I love Arc System Works.
Well, I have a great news story for you. Dragon Ball FighterZ announced Arc System Works is making a Dragon Ball in total, I guess, 3v3 fighting game.
What?
Sold. That's all. That's literally all I need to know. Coming out on PS4, man. Xbox One, and PC.
Is there any images of this?
Not yet. Well, yeah, but it looks very much like some bull shots. So
yeah, that looks like pretty.
Yeah. So, you take the Guilty Gear Zerd engine and you put Dragon Ball Z in it, and you put 2 more people on a team, and that sounds like a really good deal.
Yes.
So, sign me the hell up for that one.
That looks fun.
Yeah. That's a really good combo. Because Arc System Works has been making anime fighting games for a while. They just haven't been properties. And now it is.
Like, and who would have thought, like, who has missed this boat for so long with them?
Yeah, it's weird, because they've always... Dragon Ball has had fighting games before, especially on Genesis and Super NES, and famously the PlayStation 1, but they've all been bad. Some of them hilariously bad, but...
Love that one for Genesis on that one emulator that had the Japanese version of it. I mean, ha!
Yeah.
over and over again.
What a weird game.
That reminds me. All right, so I was driving to work today. I'm sorry, I get so distracted with the anecdotal stuff. I'm driving back from work today, and I was thinking, it's like, I need a new notification for my text message alerts.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Berserker Claw jumped into my head. I was like, I need to find
Claw.
Berserker Claw every time I get a message.
Oh, God. That'd be real good.
And that would only be funny for like maybe 20 people. Like,
Yeah. And maybe for like a week.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I don't miss this much.
All right, next news story. Witcher developer CD Projekt Red says that internal files belonging to the company connected to early designs for Cyberpunk 2077 are being held for ransom and may be released publicly in what seems to be the strangest news story of this year. Basically, some group of people stole early design documents for Cyberpunk 2077 and is demanding that CD Projekt Red give them just a whole boatload of money, or they're just going to release them to the internet.
Didn't CD Projekt Red said, go ahead?
Yeah, see, it's funny. CD Projekt Red put out a press release on Twitter that was like, yeah, cool, we don't negotiate with terrorists, so go ahead and release it. That's not even the game we're making anymore. So you're going to release stuff that is not the same thing we're making right now. So enjoy. And then basically the end was like, when we show you stuff, that's going to be Cyberpunk. But until then, here's some imitators. I was like, all right, man. That's pretty cool.
I like the way they handled that. That was good.
See if
Go
we
ahead.
care, dude.
They're totally Les Grossman them. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Find out who that was.
Yeah.
Like,
another shocking news story. Accolade is back. And they're putting out a Bubsy game.
Okay.
In 2017, they are releasing Bubsy: The Woolies Strike Back for PC and PSN. Nobody asked for this. Not even to be mean. I'm not even being snarky. Really, nobody has asked for a new Bubsy game. You look at Sonic Mania, that's coming out fairly soon, and you can see, all right, someone is, hopefully making a really great 2D Sonic game from a group of people that don't work at Sega anymore that just love Sonic. You can say, this seems like a thing we really want. A Bubsy game, though? It's been in the ground for a while for good reason.
Yeah,
They
like
were
those
never good
character platforming games really aren't a thing right now.
And Yooka-Laylee was, ex-Rare people trying to come out and say, like, we can still make these. And the reviews said, maybe not. And we don't do us like this. Don't put out a Bubsy game.
Like, I think, like, the last bastion for old-style game models that still is applicable today is the Metroidvania style. Everything else, like, your straightforward platformers, really, there's not enough meat there for people. Like, people clamoring for a new Vector Man.
Yeah. Well, and, like, the only way you'd be able to do that is if you make it, a very short, fast experience that's competition-focused. Like, can I get built-in leaderboards? Can I complete it in, 2 to 3 hours in one sitting? And then compete on a whole laundry list of stuff with my friends. That was what we loved about Shadow Complex.
Yes.
We were competing a lot about leaderboard stuff in a Metroidvania. Like, that's not I didn't think that was a thing we'd be doing.
I didn't think that was a thing I wanted either.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, unless it's something like Rayman Legends, but because that's just there's so much stuff in Rayman.
Yeah. Yeah, the quantity of content and the quality is just outstanding.
But, I mean, if you're going to hand me, like, a 12-level platformer, I don't care.
Yeah. Especially since Bubsy was never good. I know it has its, defenders, but it doesn't really... It doesn't even stand up to something like Vector Man, which was a fine game. Bubsy was just...
Vector Man was pretty bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't Poochie.
Yeah.
That's Bubsy. And our last news story of the week, Battleborn is not really free to play if you listen to Randy Pitchford, and he's very upset about it. There's a multiplayer trial? So, basically, if you take the two halves of Battleborn, the single-player experience and the multiplayer, they have taken the multiplayer and spun that out. You can still buy Battleborn, and you'll get the entire package. They've spun out the multiplayer into a multiplayer trial. Let's call it free-to-play, because it is. You can play the entirety of the multiplayer, you get all the maps and all the stuff, and a rotating roster of 6 characters, and that's free. And then you can either in-game buy the single-player stuff, if you want, or just go out and buy Battleborn for, it's like $15 or less right now, and then you get the whole enchilada. So if you wanted to try Battleborn and play it with Knobs, you can find him JKnob33 on Xbox One. You can now do so for free. Or go to GameStop and spend $10 and get the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
And if you're Knobs and you have played it before the June 6th cutoff date, you are now a founding member of the Battleborn community, and you get a whole bunch of free stuff.
I thought it was because I bought more than one copy of this game for people.
Sadly, no. That should have given you a whole bunch of stuff earlier. But sadly,
it should be tied to my credit card at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Founders get a title and a bunch of in-game currency and a whole bunch of packs, like 10 of them or something, 10, 11 of them. So that's kind of nice of them to do. I had meant to pop in Battleborn, and I was thinking about it, installing and trying it literally the day before this came out, and I thought, I'll just do it tomorrow, it'll be fine. Nope. I could have been a founder too. Opposing founder, to be clear. But, I was not. So go try Battleborn. What do you have to lose? Your time, maybe, but let's not be so pessimistic about it, straw man.
It's fine.
Yeah, play with Knobs. Knobs will play with you.
It's a lot of fun.
Even the multiplayer, which he doesn't really want to play, but he'll play with you.
Yes.
To make you happy. Alright, let's move on to questions. Maximus Prime in our Discord server asks, do you think this E3 will be full of great surprises or another year of, well, those 2 non-leaked things will be cool to play in 3 years? I'm surprised that not a lot of stuff has leaked before E3 this year. Assassin's Creed Origins was leaking like crazy for the last week. But beyond that, not a lot of stuff has been leaking so far. Seems like there was sort of tight ships all around. But beyond that, I don't know if you saw any rumors or anything. This
Not
past
really.
week. Just everyone seemed to be chuckling at Assassin's Creed Origins, being like, "Yeah, of course it's coming out." Somebody holding up the Target pre-order placard, saying like, "Hey, can I pre-order this thing? I guess it's coming out."
But I mean, everything is almost the status quo, really. Like all the things we're kind of expecting to see, and all the things we had been talking about for a while, all seem to be culminating this year. So I don't think anyone really needed to leak anything.
Yeah, and especially after last year, like we knew the Scorpio, now that the One X was gonna get shown and was gonna get talked about. When you look at Sony, it's happening tomorrow. I think they're gonna show God of War. They're gonna show the stable of things you know about, and then they'll show a couple of surprises. But not a ton of super shocking stuff this year. And Microsoft hasn't finished their press conference quite yet.
Man, Shadow War looks good.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Shadow Warriors or the Middle Earth. That should be
Middle Earth Shadow War, whatever that thing is.
War of Lords. Who knows?
Shadows.
Yeah, Shadow Lords.
New rings.
Alright, we found a new ring, guys. Oh no! Kill those orcs. Alright, that's actually all of our questions we have this week. Mostly because E3 is here and everyone is watching it, which I don't blame anyone. We're both watching live blogs while we're sitting here recording this. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv email us, tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Join the Discord server. The link is on the right-hand side of the page, along with everything else.
And don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves on the map. Join us for our game nights, Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One, the OG of game nights.
Yeah.
Still hoping to get Battlefield 4 going. just throwing it out there. Don't be afraid of it, cowboy.
Yeah.
Or cowgirl, whatever. Tuesday's Destiny night. Wednesday is Rocket League, both PlayStation 4 in and around 10 p.m. EST. Then Thursday Steam game night. Friday through the weekend.
Xbox One.
Come find us. I mean, if I'm online, shoot me a message or hop in, throw me a party invite.
Yeah.
Good chance I'll join. Just hanging out. I'll hang out.
Especially for some Battleborn. Go grab it. Our Game Club Game of the Month this time around is Hyper Light Drifter. I think we record it next weekend, so it's not a super long game.
Need to get on it.
Yeah. Go wrap it up. Not too bad. And you can watch this show live, twitch.tv/U1M1 Network. It looks like Microsoft just announced original Xbox backwards compatibility on the stream. YouTube username, That Video Game Podcast. Go subscribe and follow us on either one of those sites, and it will let you know when we go live. We'll go live every Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And that's it for our episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Next week is our E3 wrap-up episode. We usually wait until the whole show is done, and we can take a little bit of time to chew on it and digest it. So Moonpier will be back next week for that. And until then, see you next week.
Later.
Hey, Crimson Skies. I'll play that again.
Yeah, I like Crimson Skies.
Yeah. Titles I have this week. That Griffin was legit. Which has my vote. Chicky Chicky Doo, and I was playing Luminous.
I literally was doing that. I was in this little tent.
Just hanging out. You were safe.
And I was completely not paying attention to anything, just sitting there, just slide. What, was that a noise? Was that... Wait, should I pay attention? No. I had the volume turned down so I wasn't throwing off any sound.
So good. My vote is the Griffin was legit.
Okay. How about the one I wrote down was sleep regression.
Sleep regression? Yeah. Sleep regression is no fun with infants, man. They're sleeping through the night, and then the next night they're like, hey, man, I want to go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up every hour, and at 4 a.m. I'm totally awake.
Yeah, we need you doing stuff. What are you doing?
Yeah. Not sleeping. That's what we're doing.
Assuming that's coming out of the army. You have your schedule, and now you're up at 4 bells every day.
Right. It's like, what
why am I the only one awake right now?
It's like that experience when I graduated from college, and I got that first job straight out of college, and you leave work at 5 o'clock and you go home and you're like, what do I do now? I don't have homework. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I can do anything. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, I can be down with that.
And I don't have to ask anybody to buy something. What's going on?
Yeah.
This is weird.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 503 for June 12th, 2017. That Griffin was legit.
Rocket till the wheels fall off.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, the Meek just put a bunch of titles in there. Hard colon. Great.
Oh, that was...
That'd be great.
Hit the button Z's, always a classic.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. That's good. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening this week. We'll see you next week for E3. Bye.